Wow, that new Fantastic Four movie sucks. It sucks. Whoa, I hated it. It's so bad. Okay, now that I've got that out of the way, I can talk about the Fantastic Four in a more academic way, I guess. This isn't about hating on the new Fantastic Four movie. This is just the things I would like to see if they rebooted it again, which apparently they're not doing. Because I'm a nerd and I think about this sort of stuff a lot, like how I would do a Spider-Man movie or a Fantastic Four movie, and I just wanted to tell you guys about that because I'm a nerd. So, number 1, no origin story. Just start with them fully formed, have them already be there. What's the point in having an origin story when it's just going to take up 90% of the movie, and we've seen a billion origin stories? You can still do a story about the team as inexperienced new superheroes. Don't bother telling us the origin story because we've already seen it. We already know it, and it's the easiest origin story to tell. Here, I'll tell you how to tell it. Johnny Storm is hitting on a lady in a club. He's like, yeah, I'm a member of the Fantastic Four, and she's like, who's the Fantastic Four? And he's like, oh, well, these guys who went up in space, or we teleported, or whatever your origin story is. And, yeah, now we have superpowers. There you go. It's like 2 seconds. Just do that. Don't bother with the origin story when nobody wants to see origin stories anymore. That's just how it is. We've seen them enough. We want to just see cool stories about superheroes fighting things and doing cool stuff. Number 2, focus on family and exploration. Those are the main tenets of what makes the Fantastic Four great. The family aspect is very important, I feel, to the Fantastic Four's success. Because yeah, that's what separated them from other superheroes. They were a family. So really focus on that. Give us like a strong sense of them as a family. Maybe use Franklin Richards. I'm just spitballing here, but Franklin Richards and Valeria Richards would be great to make it feel less like a group of adults hanging out together, and more like a family. On top of that, exploration, because I think I've said this before, the Fantastic Four's powers are kind of silly. They're not very interesting. One of them lights on fire, one of them can turn invisible. There's nothing there that's like, ooh, I really want to see that in a big action scene. But if you made them explorers, you can just do cool sci-fi stuff. You don't have to do big action scenes. Well, you can do big action scenes, but they don't have to be 4 people against 1 person. You could do big action scenes where they're on another world and it's alien and new and they have to fight something they've never experienced before. Like, that's what Fantastic Four should be about. And you don't have to do action scenes, you can just have them meet people and just, have like tension and dramatic stuff happening without them punching at people. Number 3, don't use Doctor Doom as the main villain. 4 movies with Doctor Doom as the main villain. No more of that. It's fine, we've done it. Save him for the sequel, save him for the 3rd movie. He can appear, but don't have him be the main villain. Like, if I were going to make a Fantastic Four movie, I would introduce Doom probably just as ruler of Latveria. Basically something would crash in Latveria, like a space thing that the Fantastic Four need. So they would have to go there. And there wouldn't be like a fight scene. Doctor Doom would be like, whoa, you're the smartest guy on Earth? Wrong, I'm the smartest guy on Earth. Play me at chess. And then you just get this like tense scene where they're playing chess, like Reed Richards versus Doctor Doom. Establishing their rivalry. Establishing him as a bad guy because he's not going to give them this really important thing until he's like satisfied his ego. But at the same time, not just the main villain of the movie, because that's kind of boring. We've seen it. Like, save him. Like, he should be the guy in the 2nd or 3rd movie. Like, I think probably the 3rd movie, because he's the Fantastic Four's big villain. Like, 2nd movie, I think Galactus is a good choice, because Galactus is a big, like, force of nature, and it would really, like, it would really be, like, the highlight of the Fantastic Four to, like, defeat Galactus. And you can tie Doctor Doom into that, because Doctor Doom could be one of the people who's like, I'm gonna stop Galactus, because I'm the best. He, like, flies up there and he's like, hey Galactus, leave, because I order you, because I'm Doom. Galactus, like, swats him away. So yeah, no Doctor Doom as a villain straight away. Well, no Doctor Doom as the main villain straight away. Have him be a presence, but not have him be the main villain of the movie. Use something else. Use the Skrulls. You have the Skrulls. Marvel can't use them. You may as well use them, Fox. Number 4, make it fun, but not 2005 fun. The 2005 Fantastic Four movies are cheesy, but I think they actually do a lot of stuff right. They do have a family aspect, and they are fun. Like, they're silly. I don't want it to be that silly exactly, but you could definitely do for kind of like an Ant-Man tone, like comedic, light. Like, there can be drama, there can be conflict in there, but kind of keep it light, keep it fun. Guardians of the Galaxy would be another good example. funny movie, but still like drama, still like sad moments. Don't go the DC route of just having everything be very dark and everything be very like grim and depressing, because that's not what the Fantastic Four are. And number 5, don't make it worldwide stakes. In the first movie, basically what I'm saying here is, if you make each movie like a worldwide big stakes, you have to one-up yourself every single time. And you'll never be able to do that, because eventually you're just going to be throwing huge things that are just not gonna... people aren't going to care. Like, Galactus is only important if it's the first time they face something like that's going to destroy the world. So make the first movie something kind of personal. Like, this is why I would use Super Skrull. So, like, basically the beginning of the movie, they would stop, like, some Skrulls blowing up the UN or whatever, and the Skrull hierarchy would be like, Super Skrull, go and stop them. Then the threat is only to themselves. Then the threat is only to the Fantastic Four. But you still kind of... there's bigger stakes in the background, but the immediate stakes are only that the Fantastic Four are going to die. And that way, later movies, when there are world-destroying threats, it feels bigger and it feels more important. So yeah, that would be my top 5 ways to make a Fantastic Four movie that doesn't, suck. You can tell me in the comments if you agree or disagree. I know that this sort of stuff's very subjective. I know people may have completely different opinions of what would make a good Fantastic Four movie. Also, tell me if you want to see more of, me talking about comic book movies and stuff, because I have a lot to say about film adaptations of comic books. I could do a video like this for pretty much every character I like, so if you wanted to see more of that, I would be quite happy to do them. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.